Hello and welcome to Rasmussen College. My name is Julie Lawrence and I'm the Academic Dean at the Mokena and Aurora campuses of Rasmussen. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to this wonderful experience. I am so excited to be a part of your journey as you continue towards reaching those goals that you've set for yourself. Entering college can be exciting, but it also can be a little nerve-wracking. So I just want to take a few minutes now to share with you some awesome resources available through our learning services team as well as our campuses here at Rasmussen. So I'd like to start out by having us look at this awesome hand, just because it's a great representation of 6 different places you can get some awesome support in your classes. So I'd like to start out with looking over here at the advisors. So if you have not spoken to your advisor yet, please take a little bit of time to introduce yourself to your advisor. Maybe talk through what your goals and dreams are as you enter into this experience, but also know that your advisor is there 100% to support you in your success at the college. There are 2 advisors at both campuses. Again, if you don't know who your advisor is, reach out to your program manager or reach out to the campus and we'll get you connected right away to your advisor. As I move up and around these next 4 fingers and then the palm of your hand, I want to be able to take you out to each of these pages. So just as an overview, I'm going to take you to the Library and Learning Services homepage, and this is a link to it. This information will be sent to you as well so that you can easily link to it. I'm going to show you the Student Success Guide. I'm also going to take you to the Library Facts and Answers so that you have a good place to go to get some additional questions answered that are common questions. I want to share with you the writing guide because that's going to be so important as you do your discussion posts as well as any assignments to make sure that you are following APA standards and making sure that you're citing your sources as well as putting forth the best possible writing that you can. And then finally, I'm going to go through and cover some information on a special group of student peers that we have. They are called Peer Mentors, and they are there to support you in what it's like to be a student at Rasmussen College. They are there to offer you support and some additional tips and tricks and really just answer those questions to get you in track. So I'm going to take a few minutes to visit some of these pages now. So hold on and I'll flip over to another page. Okay, so the first page that I believe it was the pointer finger on the hand that we were looking at a minute ago was for the Library and Learning Services page. So this is the guide. You can find it at http://guides.rasmussen.edu/library. It is also a direct link that you can find in your classes as well as on the Rasmussen homepage. This will provide you a wealth of information, from finding articles and books for any of the research that you need to do, as well as knowing when there are chat hours. You can click to chat directly with the librarian. And then also as you go down, there's a place where you can enter questions for answers. A lot of our generally or often asked questions are covered. And then some additional tools and resources. I am going to tell you right now, take some time to know what Grammarly is. It is wonderful for knowing if your paper is written well, you will submit your paper. It also helps you check for any plagiarism issues, important stuff. The other one you want to know about is Noodlebib, which is Noodle Tools. That will help you with formatting your references page as well as any annotated bibliographies. It's just a wonderful resource. So those are 2 key ones to get registered for right away. As I continue through the hand, I believe this was the ring finger. This is called the answers page. So you can type in any sort of a question. So I'm going to write, Grammarly. So I want to know more. Julie just said something about this Grammarly thing. So I'm going to type in Grammarly and look at all of these pages. There are 2 pages of topics that involve Grammarly. It talks you through what it is, talks you out how to use it, talks to you about how to create your Grammarly account. So really it's going into this FAQ page, typing in a variety of topics, What is it like to be a new student? I'm a new student. Help is here, so there are a lot of great resources here. It can be anything that you're looking for, but this library answers page is fantastic. In moving on here, I'm also going to review for you the writing guide. This one is, again, linked through Library and Learning Services. You can link straight to it from the page that we were on originally. But this is one you're going to want to know, and you can get to it again from your homepage in your classes or from the library page or your homepage with Rasmussen. Written assignments, how to write them, some information on discussion posts. This is an area that a lot of students struggle with. How do I write a good discussion post? Research papers. Give me some tips and tricks. Give me a template, anything. Talk to me about rough drafts. These are great questions for you to use as you write your paper, so you're, again, submitting the best things that you can. Annotated bibliographies, oftentimes in assignments and in different classes, those are required assignments, and that's something that not many people know about. Again, I told you a tip earlier. Make sure if you have an annotated bibliography due in one of your classes that you're using Noodlebib or Noodle tools to help you with that. It is amazing. So again, lots of resources here in this writing guide. I just want to make sure you knew where it was. All right, so let's see, that was the fourth finger. The middle finger, the straight up, was the guide to student success. This is a wonderful place, especially if this is your first experience in college or a different new experience in college. You're going to want to know what are some of the words and the language that we use. What does it mean to be taking a competency-based class? What is Support Plus? Do we have any videos for success? I'm a new student. What should I expect? What is it going to look like? Here is some great information for you. What are my online course basics? What are some important things to know? Where do I find my textbooks? This is driving me crazy. Again, fantastic things to know here. Some other things, peer mentoring, which we're going to come back to, but there is a link here in the Student Guide for Success. And then looks like we've got some tips and tricks from different instructors that you might want to know and refresh yourself on. We have a whole section on peer tutoring. This is separate from the peer mentors. So we're going to talk about peer mentors in a minute, but peer tutors are there to help you with any sort of homework questions, a concept in a class that you don't understand, or general help with your assignments. So you can set up through what we call BrainFuse, and you can set up a virtual tutoring appointment. There are also some campus tutoring appointments, but a lot of them are virtual and they happen all different times of the day and night. So you can easily get in and get some help on your classes from the comforts of your own home or during a lunch break at your work. So it's great. There is a guide on how to set up your appointments. So definitely get used to that. And then there's some additional resources and strategies here. One thing I do really like students to take note of is the reading strategies. Most of us aren't used to really reading textbooks anymore or academic books. So this section will really walk you through what are some important things to remember. How do you read a textbook so that you're reading it for memory, for information, and then you're retaining the proper information. So again, great resources available here. All right, so the pinky was actually on our representation. That was the writing guide. Again, this is the big step. You're moving into writing academically, so it's important to know where to go to for support, know where to go to understand better what would be expected on a research paper. What is, again, an annotated bibliography? What should my discussion posts look like? Is it okay to just write, great? Is it okay for me just to put okay? Or do I need to be more deliberate in what I'm writing? So this section here will give you some additional ideas of how to be successful when you're writing your posts, as well as submitting your work. So there's a variety, again, of opportunities to click on different areas and subjects so that you can get support. Again, this is a different guide through the Library and Learning Services. You'll notice that the key one here is getting to Library and Learning Services and then seeing all of these wonderful tools available to you. Okay, so we've covered a lot of the library and learning services support, but I want to cover one more. So again, we've covered the importance of relationships with your advisors, your library homepage, the student success guide. We covered the library answers, live answers, the FAQs, where you can just type in a question or a word and come up with a bunch of answers that will help you. And we've also covered a bit about the writing guide. So now I'd like to dive into what a student peer mentor is. A student peer mentor is a student that has gone through a couple quarters with us, has been successful, and understands the ins and outs of what it's like to be a student. So this is different than a peer tutor who will tutor you in a specific subject, but it's more focused on what it's like to be a student. How do you navigate the courses? How do you balance your life plus classes? What about effective reading? We talked a little bit about the differences now in academic reading versus reading for fun. And then also the importance of communication at the college. So connecting with a peer mentor is going to be great as you set off on this journey, and they will help set you up for success. So take some time to find the link to a peer mentor and go ahead and get an appointment set up with them. They will help you be successful and set that stage. So again, I would like to welcome you to Rasmussen. I am so excited to be on this journey with you. I really want you to know I'm here to support you and help you, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you. Have a wonderful week 1, and we'll talk soon.